Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa Jiang, Yin Yoga teacher trainer, Yin Yoga teacher, Yin Yoga practitioner, as well as myofascial release teacher, practitioner, and all things myofascial release lover. For today, we have a little quick release around the hips, specifically around the psoas. You'll need a massage ball. You'll also need a bolster and a block for today's practice. Are you ready? Let's begin. So come onto your mat with me, and we're going to come to all fours and grab your pillow as well as a block. And I'm going to face this way so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to have the block at the foot end of my mat and the bolster laying this way. I'm going to come into half frog, half sphinx. And I'm going to take the alpha ball, the larger ball, in towards the inside of the hip bone. So feel your hip bone. You don't want to go on the hip crease, but inside the frontal hip bone into trying to get into the psoas. So lay them down onto your belly first, prone, and then take your ball, your massage ball, if you have it. If not, you can just make this a regular yin practice, and towards the right side of the inside of the frontal hip bone. Now from here, I'm going to come into my half frog as I'm here. So I'm going to scooch myself a little bit more forward so my knee is more on that bottom end, and I get a little bit more of that internal rotation of that left femur bone. Now, feel free if it's too much, you can always bring the bolster down and just put something underneath your knee like a blanket. Otherwise, as you're here, just feel that gentle compression of that massage ball in towards the psoas there. So in this one, I like to tuck my toe and kind of search around the area, a little bit of circles while I'm in this position. You can also, as you're here, bend the right knee slowly and just windshield wiper that right leg from side to side. You can as well, if you like, point the toe, the right toe, and just kind of lift the leg, engage, 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 and then slowly release. Breathe in. And gently breathe out. And I like to extend my arm here and kind of lay off to the side. When you're leaning off the side, it's a little less pressure. If you're looking for more, you gotta kind of lean a little bit more prone and stack the hands so your forehead can rest on the back of your hands. Breathe into the massage tool. You've got just a minute here to go. So really allow yourself to settle in, to breathe down towards the massage tool, feeling the press of your tissues against the massage tool as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, feeling the tissues almost mold into the massage tools. Take about 2 more cycles of breath there. And as you're ready, take your time to rise, press into your forearms. You'll find as you're here, you got to engage the core, engage the belly, come up into more of that Sphinx half frog pose. And then lean towards the right side, press into the left hand, come off the massage tool as you're here, and go ahead and take a moment here just to pause in your child's pose or into your Sphinx pose. Now, I'm also noticing not only a release through the psoas there, but I'm also noticing my inner left thigh doing a bit of that rebound. So when you're ready, we're heading to second side. Again, this is going to be a short, quick practice. So feel free to press pause if you need a little bit more time in the poses, or especially rebound. Very important to do rebound. So I'm heading to second side, thus I'm turning around so I don't have to move my bolster towards the opposite side. I'm going to sneak that massage ball in towards the left inside of that iliac crest, okay? And then from here, I'm gonna scooch the bolster in. I mean, you can always stay in Sphinx pose, or from here, press into the forearms, engage the core, and begin to prop your leg into half frog, half Sphinx onto the bolster. Get internal rotation of that hip too. And then as you're here, discern if you need to maybe lay on your side, on the left side, like so, or maybe you're coming into your forearms, into more of that half frog, half Sphinx, where you're resting your head on the back of your hands. I like to do one potato, two potato. I know Bernie Clark, my teacher, he likes to weave his fingers together and just let his head rest into the hands here. That's another good one. But breathe in towards that left side. You might find this side is maybe a little bit more resistant. So allow those tissues to slowly yield to this shape. Let your right thigh rest onto the bolster or onto the soft floor with the blanket underneath your right knee. Take about 2 to 3 more cycles of breath there. And when you're ready, engage the core again. And then slowly lean away from the massage ball and the bolster. Take your time as you're here, either to laying your back or take Sphinx pose, and just notice a difference in towards the psoas, as well as the inner left thigh. From here, we're heading into dragon pose with the pillow. And I have the pillow with a block on an incline, so you can choose the height of the block. I'm going on its lowest level. And I'm going to rest my right thigh on this one so I can get into the hip flexor. So as I come forward, I'm going to put my knee onto that bolster and then step my left leg forward. Now plant your hands down and move your right thigh onto the bolster. Now you might need a little bit more height depending on your range of motion there. And you might need a block underneath your elbows as you come into your low flying dragon So discern what you need. You can always stay on the hands as you're here, feeling the healthy stress along the right hip and the inseam of your left inner thigh. So I have a little bit of winged dragon here as well. Now allow your head to simply get heavy. And breathe in towards that right hip and the left inner thigh. Now, what I love about this one is that there's no direct pressure on my knee. I'm fully supported with the bolster. And really, this is on a scale, sensation scale of 1 through 10. It's about a 5, which I want to be at to really emphasize the work in towards the yin tissues. As you're ready, very slowly start to open your eyes and then go slow. You can, if you like, just lean onto the bolster and then slide your left leg back. You can also press into your hands and shift back. So, whatever approach that resonates with you, and just notice the difference in the tissues and towards that right hip, the circulation in towards that whole sheath of tissue there. When you're ready, we're heading into our second side. Again, this is going to be a quick one, so I apologize. If you want to spend more time, you can always press pause. Crawling forward, taking your left knee onto the bolster, and then walking your hands forward, stepping your right leg forward as you're here. Block underneath your hand on your elbows. Again, discern what works best for you to find a nice, healthy yin stress. Now, for me on this side, it's a little less range of motion. I'm noticing there's a lot more tissue tension, especially through my right inner thigh as I'm here. I can even rotate towards that leg and then let this left thigh rest onto the bolster. Now, just like side number one, we're only spending a shorter amount of time, a couple minutes on each side. So here we've got just a couple more cycles of breath before we dismount from the pose. But again, I encourage you to stay if you need more time. As you're ready, go ahead and slowly lift your gaze and discern how you will be coming out of this pose. Again, the emphasis is to move slowly out of the pose. So for this one, I feel like I'm going to slide my right leg back because it just seems like the most easiest way to dismount from the pose. Whew. And then from here, we're going to shift back and take our child's pose, our final pose. And for today, if you can, this is going to be a little bit different. Pat up your knees for this one, and then have the block right at the back end of the bolster. Your hips are going to be a little bit higher in this one. You're going to feel a little bit more inner thigh in this one, which is nice. So scoot yourself back so you're on the pillow. It's almost like you're in a Virasana Heroes pose. And I'm not feeling any pressure on my knees. If knee flexion is something that bothers you, lay onto your belly instead with the bolster kind of maybe behind you. And then slowly, as you're here, as I scooch back, I'm going to lean my whole body onto the pillow and then let myself soften. And what I like about this is that I'm so supported by the pillow that I can even move my knees a little bit wider. Now be mindful, I'm on this hard floor, so right now that's really uncomfortable for me. So I'm gonna bring my knees in where my blanket is. Um, Let me grab this other blanket for the other knee. And then allow yourself to, right, decompress here. Let your knees fall out wide. Once again, I'm uncomfortable, so I'm going to just scooch a little bit so I have more of my knee. I encourage you to do the same, more of my knee on the fabric and resting my chest onto the bolster. If you like, you can slowly straighten out those legs and rest. This is quite nice too, especially if it's too much for your knees. So take a few more minutes here, maybe about 2 to 3 minutes here in this child's pose variation. And begin to shift into your Shavasana. Since you have the pillow this way, you may want to just scooch forward and lay onto your pillow into a butterfly pose as you're here. Wow, this feels really open right now. Otherwise, this is where I leave you. As I said, this is a very quick practice for you today, and hopefully you found it really helpful for your hips. If you can, press the subscribe button and join my channel. I would love to have you as a subscriber. Sometimes I don't have the luxury of time to film these videos, so it's not on a regular basis. So once you subscribe, you'll get a notification whenever I post a new video. Anyways, thank you everyone for joining in, for taking time for yourself to slow down, to downregulate. My name is Lisa Jang, and I'll see you next time. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you know unconditional love and peace. Namaste.